Oh, Grand Rising. It's good to see everyone. I'm sure you're all feeling these jolts of energy. We're going to be breaking down how the solar flares and the activity in the Schumann resonance is bringing us to the rapture. And we're going to be breaking down this biblical moment in history that's upon us. It's slowly happening, but we might have a major moment where it all comes together. We're going to be breaking down the teachings of the great Dr. Masaru Emoto. And Dr. Emoto is really helping us understand this change of frequency and how you could have different objects, different beings on a totally different frequency. Are you changing the station? Are you on a different frequency? Let us know. Brian, thank you so much for the support. Grand Rising all, feel the love. It's here today. It's a day of days. It really is a day of days. It's a very powerful day. You could feel it. We hit power 70 in the Schumann resonance, and it's been a while since we've had major activity like we just experienced. And you might be feeling these jolts within you. Yeah, let's get the 70s going in the chat. It reminds me of the 777 energy of this year. It's the 2023, the year of the rapture, the 7 year. Yeah. Now, some people were focused on 2012 while all along it was 2023. But, it gave us this time. It was a wake-up call, if you will. Did you get the call? Did you begin to wake up, right? And you had this extra time. That's why we have to really think about our brothers and sisters that are being given the time to catch up and make it on the other spiral. Yeah, if you're new to this, please subscribe to the channel because there's a lot to break down, and people, as we go through this event, many years ago, they didn't know how to maybe explain this shift of things disappearing, a totally different reality. Are you familiar with the Mandela effect? Well, don't go anywhere. Today, we're going to combine the solar flares. We're going to combine this Schumann resonance burst and the teachings of Dr. Masaru Emoto. Some of you might know about him, and I'm going to teach about him and how we put this all together. Kenny writes, the 70s were marvelous. You might be a 70s baby. You're still holding on. You might be an 80s baby. Cheers to all the 80s babies that went through all the upgrades. Now the indigos are coming in. They got the DNA fully intact, fully online. We're going through something called the DNA activation, and your DNA strands are coming back online. We're not capped anymore. Oh, Dilo, the fellow 80s babies in the house right now. Brian, 81. See, we're all in the 80s. It was a big wave. When you really think of the 80s and we're going back in time, think about the 80s if you were around and think about what they had out there. It was all about imagination, right? They had He-Man. We talked about that, right? They had He-Man, right? They had the X-Men coming. They had Nintendo came out. Remember Nintendo? This time period is all about nostalgia. Do you remember the superheroes? Do you remember Nintendo back in the 80s? These were the waves. All the waves are the great, you're all great waves, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, well, even before, maybe you're hanging around since the 40s, who knows? Empress Bay, thank you so much for the support. Empress Bay writes, grateful for this channel. Without it, I would not know what to do about what I am experiencing. Yeah, it's my honor to do this. It's God actually puts me through the ringer to actually do this. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But, it's like, we'll try it out, Go to Earth School, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Please put a like on the video. It's power 70. Can you feel the Schumann resonance? Power 70. What are your symptoms? But we have the love bowl. One more time. Let's take a minute to recalibrate our frequency. I'm reading the chat. I would like to see that contract signature as well. No, but this is the year of rewards, and there's people that are going to have totally different experiences this year. Some people might witness the end of the world, but it's the end of the world as we know it. And some people, they might be getting rewards. Are you getting rewards? Let's get the 777 scrolling in the chat right now. We gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. So if you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. Please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, click the bell next to subscribe. Select all. You'll get all the updates. When we have massive updates in the Schumann Resonance, we come live. We talk about them. We come on live twice on Friday. So please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot going on. It's a very powerful time period. And we see this in the Schumann Resonance. If you'd like a community and uncensored content and live Zoom meetings where we all collaborate together, join our Patreon. The link is in the description. If you'd like to support this work, there's a link at the pinned comment. So it's actually been a while since we had, a power blast to hit 70. About a week ago, we had some minor activity. So now we hit power 70. In the beautiful world-famous thumbnail, you could see that boom, that power 70. And that's what you might Indigo Wiz writes, Hulk smash. Maybe you felt like you got smashed by the Hulk in the past 24 hours. We have strong activity after a period of calm. So if you've been on the channels, many people are new to the channel. We've really been noticing the spikes in the Schumann Resonance since December of 2019. And you know what happened in 2020, right? That's when the World War III all started back in 20. Remember back in 2020? Remember those 15 days? Remember those 15? We all remember it all. But we felt it, we knew it, and now it's here. Now it's here. Now we're living in this right now. Kelly writes, what's Tom doing? I have no clue what time. It's time to wake up, though. This is the time that we've been waiting for. It's time to wake up. Maybe later I'll share you the story. I always share the story about the two boats and the helicopter and God. It's time to wake up, people. Dilo, I love you, brother. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I feel extra energetic. More spikes, please. Yeah, let's spike it up, baby. Yeah, the Schumann spikes are getting us good. Not those other spikes, though. Remember the spike guys in Super Mario Brothers, since we're talking about nostalgia? And then you would jump on the turtles, but the ones with the spikes, you need a new life. No, but the solar flares and these Schumann spikes are working together in harmony. So we're gonna go full circle today. This is actually a very important, deep lesson. So hold on to your seats and make it throughout this entire video if you really want to see, like, how is this all making sense? How does this all come together? That's what we're doing today live on the air with all of you. So the solar flares, right? They're activating us. We feel the Schumann resonance since we actually live in this cavity. Do you know we live within the cavity of this world? Some people call it Earth. Some people call it Gaia. Some people call it Terra. What do you call it? Let us know in the comments. No, we live within a cavity, and Nikola Tesla spoke about this cavity. The surface of the Earth up to this dome over our head of electrically charged particles called the ionosphere. And many people know about the ionosphere. It was used to broadcast radio and old school TV. Now everything's digital. And Nikola Tesla built what was called the amplifying antenna to actually get free energy from the ionosphere. But the governments, right, all those bad people, right, those cabals and all those deep things and all, no, they didn't want the people to have free energy. So they got rid of Nikola Tesla as quick as they could. Do you know the stories of Nikola Tesla? Let us know in the chat. Cheers to Nikola Tesla. We wouldn't be here today without him. He actually came up with the Wi-Fi. We all have in our house. We got to get the humans in the metaverse, so we got to have the Wi-Fi going, you know. But we can't have free electricity though. That we can't have. Tanya Dahl, thank you so much, Tanya. I appreciate the support. Tanya writes, Tom is awake and here for every being. Yeah, it's time to get up now. I love you. Thank you for that. So, you know, I'm always researching, and I'm sitting back as the observer, and Tesla said be the observer. And we've come in waves, and we're here to put the breadcrumbs together. And now we're at the end of time. If you didn't know this linear time is fake, if you have been disconnecting from the matrix, you're starting to realize that time is speeding up. It's called the quickening, and it's prophesized that we're going to experience the quickening as we go through the rapture. Are you experiencing the quickening? And if you're new to the channel, check out the channel page and go to the community tab if you've subscribed and vote in the polls. So many people are witnessing time speeding up. And if you're live right now in the chat, you could shoot some stars in the chat right now. Is time speeding up? It's unbelievable. It's like you know, a day is like maybe 14 hours now. It's like an hour is like 40 minutes. It just keeps going. It's so fast. But that time construct, you're all going to live to like 300 years old. Stay tuned. We're going to be alive here for a long time now. No, so we are breaking free. And as Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So how is the rapture happening? Some people know about this biblical moment. You're seeing people disappear already. Maybe half the population of the world, who knows, maybe it's a third, a half, a big chunk is going to disappear. And you might be witnessing this, and you might say to yourself, how can this be possible? Oh, Shirley, it's good to see you, Shirley. Thank you for everything, Shirley. I love you, Shirley. So how is this all possible? You could say to yourself, how is this possible? How are things disappearing? Dion Sandals knows what's going on. What's up, Dion? It's good to see you. The chat is going by so fast. I love all my brothers and sisters that are here. Dushi knows about the metaverse. I actually watched a video about the metaverse. I might even talk about it later in this live stream, or maybe I could actually make a full video about it right now. People are getting ready to plug into the metaverse. So how is this possible? Dr. Masaru Emoto actually has the evidence of different resonance, if things are on the same resonance or on different frequencies, and how things can be affected or totally be numb. And a lot of people, you know, what's picking up our resonances, right? What's our tuning fork? That's what I'm going to be talking about. What's our tuning fork? It's the DNA. Your DNA is the tuning fork. So Dr. Masaru Emoto, you can look him up. Tremendous. These are the real doctors of our everyday lives. Dr. Masaru Emoto, he does an experiment in front of a group of people. He has one triangle, like a musical triangle, and he hits one triangle, bing, right? And then on the other side of the stage, a helper, right, has the same exact musical triangle tuned to the same frequency, and he hits one triangle, bing. On the other side of the stage, the helper has another triangle. The triangle is the same exact tune to the same frequency, but the other person has the microphone. So he hits the triangle, bing, on one side of the stage, and the other person is just holding that triangle, and through the microphone, the whole crowd can hear the second triangle resonating. One triangle gets hit that frequency, and because it's on the same resonance, right, the second triangle picks up this frequency, and all of a sudden, in the microphone, the whole crowd hears the second triangle making the sound. But Dr. Emoto hit one on the other side of the stage. right? It has to be tuned to the same frequency. Look at that 777 in the chat right now. Please smash the like button. Let's go to 888. Let's get the 888s rolling now. So now we're going to 888 now. We're powering up right now with numbers. Yeah, so you ever hear about the Tower of Babel, right? And everyone spoke different languages. Well, the universal language is numbers. So now we're getting charged up. We're going to 888. If you're new to the channel, check out repeating numbers on the channel page, especially 1111. That's a beautiful sign for you. Do you see 1111? Maybe we'll see 1111 in the chat today. Who knows? So Dr. Masaru Emoto, he shows the people these experiments. Other people replicate this type of experiment. So I watched multiple videos. People had tuning forks. And this person hits one tuning fork, bing! And if the tuning fork that's next to the tuning fork that the person hit, if it is the same and it is tuned to the same frequency, that second tuning fork will begin to resonate without even being touched. It's on the same frequency. So he hits one, bing, then the other one starts resonating, making the sound, right? He hits one, bing, and then he leaves it, holds the other one with his hands to stop it. The other one carries on the frequency. You ever hear about Dolores Cannon? You ever hear about the waves of volunteers? Oh, they're all watching us. Tesla's watching our everyday lives, right? Dolores Cannon is watching our everyday lives. Please put a like on the video. We're going real deep into this today. We're going real deep into the Schumann resonance, right? We're picking up these frequencies. So this guy's doing the experiment, like, so example one. He hits one, bing, and then the second one resonates, and even when he takes his hands and he holds and stops that one, the resonance, right, the sound continues on the second tuning fork. That's the scientific evidence, right? You got to be on the same frequency. Now, a lot of you are receiving these ascension symptoms, right? You're getting the solar flares, right? You might be feeling, are you feeling it in the past 24 hours? Schumann Resonance Power 70, we live in this cavity. It's affecting our DNA receptors. But wait, there's more. So now he repeats the same experiment. And you have one tuning fork, and then another tuning fork on a different frequency, right? So I believe he was showing 432 hertz, and another one was tuned to a different frequency. Did you ever hear about the 440 hertz conspiracy? You a conspiracy, boy. Yeah, you a conspiracy. Did you ever hear do you ever hear about the Rockefellers? They tuned mainstream music to the 440 hertz frequency, a frequency that's furthest from any of the core creator frequencies. No, the universe has core creator frequencies, and the 440 hertz frequency, also known as the devil's interval, right? The satanic frequency. All of a sudden, mainstream music was 440 hertz. I digress. I'm getting off. Anyway, we're going to go back. So this guy, right, he has one tuning fork. Bing! Then he has another tuning fork that's not on the 432 hertz frequency. He covers the one he hit. The other one is silent. Silent. The other tuning fork is totally numb to this energy burst. Once again, the tuning fork that is not calibrated to the God frequency of 432 hertz, he hits it, bing! The other tuning fork just sits there. The other tuning fork just sits there like a zombie. Isn't that strange? Let us know in the chat. Are you enjoying today's beautiful message, right? No, we have to sit back. I'm the observer. Nikola Tesla said, I am the observer. So we get a solar flare, bing, right? We're getting recalibrated, bing. There is no, Tanya writes, there's no turning back right now. We've already gone so far. You've been upgrading your DNA, right? You're taking in these new energies. So he hits one tuning fork, bing. And the other tuning fork just sits there, and it's totally numb. In our world, we're already seeing people that are totally numb to these new resonances. On the channel page, I have to reshare that in the community tab. If you ever missed it, I did a world famous video. The rapture. They can't hear you anymore. Do you know people in your everyday life? It doesn't matter what you say. They can't hear what you're saying. That's why you have to focus on your personal journey. This is a self-empowerment channel. All you could do is be the lighthouse. You're going to charge yourself out. You're going to blast that light. You're going to blast that light out to the universe, and people can look at your light and they say, wow, I want some of that life through free will. Through free will. You cannot wake anyone up. All you could do is be responsible for yourself because of free will. Dollface knows the answer. Let's get some 888s rolling in the chat now. Let's get the 888s going. And please put a like on the video. Others need to find out what's going on in the Schumann resonance. So now we're being recalibrated. We're getting these solar flares. They affect human consciousness. The entire planet or world or realm, actually Nikola Tesla said Earth realm. He said this was a realm. What do we live in? Does anyone know? Does anyone know where we are? No, he called Earth a realm. Some people even call, I believe it was Elon Musk that called it a simulation. The truth is stranger than fiction, Faith New Earth, absolutely. So now, this whole realm, the frequency is changing. And then the people, like you say, how can, like half the world, like how could we totally go to a different dimension? If the whole realm is changing and the people, they're changing as well. And some people, what do they say biblically? There will be those that get left behind. Two frequencies, two tuning forks. Two tuning forks. God has found a way. God always finds a way. And God is going to rapture you out of the matrix. God raptured me out of the matrix. That's why I'm here with all of you. We're out of the buildings, right? We're out of these failing areas. And now we're in the light, right? We're actually working on our vocation now. You don't have jobs in the matrix anymore. You have vocations. You have vocations, and that's what I have. Ann calls it a realm as well, and Tesla called it a realm. The great solar flash event, we had a massive solar flash back in December of 2020. A lot of people felt a sharp pain in their solar plexus. Do you remember that? It's still on the channel page. You could check out the channel page. What will happen when the grand solar flash, we've been hit by several massive solar flashes already. What will happen when the grand solar flash event happens? Some people have been upgrading. It's two different frequencies. I want you to think about those two tuning forks. The guy hits one, bing! The other one's silent because it's on a different frequency. And everything is becoming, we are either raising our frequency or lowering it. How could we do this? A lot of people, you hear other spiritual channels, right? All these different channels. Raise your frequency, right? What is changing our frequency? It is what we consume. It is what we consume. What do you put inside of your body? Now, what you consume is not only what you eat and drink. So number one, if you say, how do I raise? I'm raising, I'm getting powerful. How do I raise my vibrational frequency? It's what we consume. It's what we eat and drink. What you're eating. Are you eating fast food? Are you cooking your own food? What you eat, what you drink. Are you drinking soda pop? Are you drinking soda pop? Right, with all those chemicals in it? There's actually videos on YouTube. You could actually clean your toilet bowl with soda pop. Did you know that? And people are putting that in their organs. Are you drinking water? Or are you drinking soda pop? These are the questions we have to so ready? This is an inside job. The rapture, the solar flash is an inside job. We have to take out the accountability mirror. Every day, I take out the accountability mirror. You have to take the ego and put it aside. And I critique my own life. And I could say, well, I could improve this. And again, you don't have to do everything at once. Sometimes we need to take a break, right? We need to take a break. But if you want to raise your frequency, right? Are you eating healthy foods? Are you eating fast foods? I'm just simplifying everything. You could go very into detail, but this channel is for everyday life people. Are you eating healthy foods? Are you eating fast foods, chemicals, processed foods? Are you drinking water? Or are you drinking sugars and sodas and all that other stuff? Now, what we consume is not only what we eat and drink, it's what we watch, what we listen to. So what you watch, oh, you want TV? I saw it on TV. The frequency of what you're watching, right? You're consuming it. It goes in your eyes, your eyeballs, right? The gateways to the soul. And what you listen to, the frequencies. A lot of people are tuning off mainstream music and they're listening to the good frequencies, right? So let's do that. Please put a like on the video. Please put a like on the video. Let's take another 432 hertz frequency. It's the Schumann. It's tuned to the Schumann resonance. 432 hertz. It's also known as the universal frequency, God's frequency. You got to create things. Actually, you know, over the course of my journey, I don't go out. I don't really go out anymore. No one really goes out anymore. We're in the middle of World War III. But what I noticed is when we create these things ourselves, it's so much better. Think about your food, right? You have someone that loves you at home. He or she cooks you the food, right? Puts the love in it. It's better for you than if you go out and eat fast food, right? You go to these places, eat food. You don't know who's making your food. I don't know who's making the food. I trust the people, you know, that are closest to me to put the love in the food. You could even have one of them handles to put the big spoon in with the love in it, right? No, you got to make the music yourself. Make the music, right? Make the frequency yourself, not the artificial, right? So what I noticed, you know, even, you know, this was going back a few years ago, you know, right before they shut everything down, you know, you still go out a little bit. I started to appreciate, you know, when you would go out and you'd hear like a DJ with artificial music. And then if you heard like live music, live bands and stuff. I actually recently heard some live, we went out on Valentine's Day, right? The guy was playing the music, right? No, it's a different feeling and you're actually starting to appreciate it more. You got to create these things yourselves. They want you to artificial, right? It's like you know, the artificial stuff. We got to get the organic stuff, the organic foods, right? It's all in the language, right? The foods, right? The music, what you're listening to. So many people are turning off mainstream media and turning on YouTube because there's real people creating, not false idols, not people that did some weird stuff under the ground, some kind of ritual so that they could become famous. And then people, they're put in the spotlight and millions of people worship this false idol. It's a biblical time period. Let's get some lightning bolts in the chat. It's a biblical time period where false idols are falling. So we're all becoming in tune with organic frequencies, organic things. And you know, like that's why your palate changes. Your palate might begin to change. The foods you used to eat, right? And I've shared this on the channel page. Like even years ago, right? I went through this years ago. I don't remember the exact year. It might have been 2018, that summer. I was always into eating healthy, no sugar, right? And what I would do in the summertime, I would, like for a treat, I would get diet soda. No sugar, it's good for my abs, right? I won't gain it, just a little treat. And then once, I would do this all the time in the summer. I said, you know what, I'll just take a break, you know, just have a little diet soda. And then one summer, because I wouldn't really have it till it started getting hot out. They'd have like this big sale in the beginning of the summer. You get like 5 of them, $1 each, 5 for $5, right? Big 2 liter. And I put it in and I said, and I could, my body just couldn't take the artificial sweeteners anymore. The body changes, your palates are changing. Are you witnessing that? As something's in my eye. Are you witnessing that? Right now, is your palate beginning to change? And things that you used to eat in the past, right? All of a sudden, I can't eat this no more. Even if it's fat-free or sugar-free diet, right? It's not chemical-free. It's not chemical-free. So now you're tuning, you're changing yourself. You're starting to eat different foods. Your resonance is changing. Everything that we put in our body, everything that we put into our body is making us either raise our vibration or lower our vibration until they're off the frequency and they're not getting, people are getting dumb. What are the poisons that we could put inside? Remember, everything that we put in, what we eat, what we drink, what we watch, what we listen to, anything else, Kenny, that people could put inside of their body, we gotta stay focused. The body is the temple. Didn't Jesus Christ teach us about the temple? On my journey, I was told, you better violate your temple if you want this job. I told him off, and then I made my own. Better. Please put a like on the video. We're going to go to 999 now. Look at this. We're charging up right now. Spiritual Beam Coffee writes, you are what you eat. It's a true story. Yeah, the God codes are coming in. Some people, you know, they're familiar with the spiritual awakening journey. They talk about light codes. Get the light codes. Well, they're actually telling our cells how to evolve to survive the great solar flash event, also known as the rapture. It's a biblical time period right now. And everything is free will. It's your resonance. What do you resonate with? Do you resonate with God? Do you resonate with the organic people? And some people will plug into the metaverse. Actually, I watched this video the other day. Please put a like on this video if you're here to expand your consciousness. And definitely on our next Patreon, I will definitely break down the meaning, especially at the end of this movie. I think it was called, we watched it the other night, it was called 2046. I even forget the movie. It wasn't like a popular movie, but it was about 2046 virtual revolution. That's what it was called, 2046 virtual revolution. Brian, thank you so much for the support. I love you too. Thank you. 2046, the virtual revolution. The guy goes through the whole movie and he's like, and he talks about 2046. And I believe there was one part of the collective were the connected. They call them the connected. They were connected to the metaverse. Mind you, this video, I believe, came out in 2018. They were talking about this predictive programming. If you're familiar with predictive programming, you could write predictive programming in the chat. Laura Gross, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. They called them the connected. And he would go into the metaverse, and this is in 2018. He would go into the metaverse. He would link up. He would go in, and then he would come out of the metaverse. Homeschool Family 777. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Thanks for homeschooling your children. Homeschool Family 777. Isn't that beautiful? Saving your children from the metaverse during the rapture. No, he talked about, if you're homeschooling, put it in the chat as well. Put it in the chat. So they call them the connected, and people were plugged in, and people were actually, if they witnessed, like there was, like they called it like a virus, if they were dying in the metaverse, they were dying in real life. Isn't that crazy? Then at the end, they go through the whole movie. He's fighting for people's freedom. And then at the end, if you want to talk about predictive programming, he goes, well, they say, he found love inside the metaverse. And he said, the body doesn't know if it's getting a stimuli, if it's real, or it's going to react the same way. Well, who cares? I'm going to live in the metaverse now. And he just lives in the metaverse at the end of the movie. It was called 2046, The Virtual Revolution, or something like that. Isn't that crazy, Jay Dan? Isn't it crazy, Jay? It's unbelievable. Mountain Goddess writes, a meta means death. Yeah. Yes, it was an interesting watch. So we're experiencing this right now. And it's going according to resonance. What do you resonate with? Some people, and he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He was doing both. He was going in. He was coming out. They were trying to save the people. Actually, these people were trying to shut down the metaverse, and then the other people came and they sent like a signal for them to go destroy these other people that were trying to break them free. And he was trying to help out, and then he said, I'm just going to plug in. And then everyone was in the metaverse at the end. Isn't that crazy? Babylon will consume itself. This is the Schumann resonance. It's the frequency of God, 432 hertz. Some people, they might say, oh, this is kind of crazy. It's a little spiritual wackadoo. There's no such thing as the rapture. I see it in the comments sometimes. There's no such thing as the rapture. We're literally witnessing people disappear all different ways, right? They're on a different frequency. I want you to, and especially if you're just tuning in right now to this live stream, Dr. Masaru Emoto. Look him up, Dr. Masaru Emoto, and he taught people the difference of frequencies, and he has this whole video. He has one thing, bing, he hits the triangle, and then the lady's on the other side of the stage with the microphone, and it's resonating. And now other people are doing all different things. One tuning fork, and then the other one resonates. If it's on a different frequency, if it's calibrated to a different frequency. Once again, if it's calibrated to a different frequency, the second tuning fork just sat there numb like it was a zombie. Isn't that strange? If you're new to the Schumann resonance, all biological systems are influenced by the Schumann resonance. We just had a major blast. Power 70, baby. Yeah, 70. Yeah, trust the process. Yeah, the plasma light is coming back. The chat is blowing up right now. No, but this life that you're all living is the completion. Can we get some 999s going in the chat right now? Hit the 999. That's the completion code. You're getting the codes right now. So that's how we start thinking differently about our reality, getting in tune with the organics. Get in tune with the organics, light warriors. We are headed towards completion. Get the 999s going and keep blasting those 999s. This is the completion. This is your final life here in this realm. You're completing it out right now. And you're going out with a bang. You're going out with a solar flash. Yeah. No, this is the best. You are getting your mission if you choose to accept it. A lot of people, if you're familiar with this journey, you know that you came in with this contract, this soul contract. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, you are actually becoming the greatest version of yourself in this lifetime. And that's the only way that humanity will survive an extinction event. Humanity is relying on you. Laura Gross, thank you so much. We're leveling up, Laura. Thank you for that, Laura. It is crazy. It's a crazy mission. We're the soldiers of life, Jeff. Faith, New Earth, yeah. You gotta, they have the balloons out there for your Faith New Earth. They want to, see, they want to give you bread and circus so that you're distracted from yourself. See, if I'm distracted all day long, if I'm in fear, isn't there a lot of fear on the TV? Amy W, 999 completion. I appreciate that, Amy. Thank you so much for the support, Amy. They want to give you bread and circus, and heck, they'll even put balloons in the air for you. They're going to keep you distracted. But nowhere are they going to ever tell you about the great solar flash. No, no. No, they actually might make you hate the sun. They actually do that to people. They have people hating themselves. Isn't that crazy? This is the mental disease. You are the cause of global warming, human. You're like sitting there, right? You're the cause. Not these people that are burning all these chemicals in the air, right? All this stuff, right? You're causing the pollution. Not the people that the false idols with the private jets, they're flying all day long, right? You're doing it. The everyday life, you're the cause. This is the tactics of the narcissist. If you're new to this, Jeff writes hypocrisy, yeah? If you're new to this, you have to learn the tactics of the narcissist. They're going to blame you. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on out there. No, we're breaking down into different species now. How come there's different species? Does anyone know? Brian, thank you so much, Brian. I love you, Brian. Brian writes, love and light be to all the warriors. Love is light is life. Yeah. It is love and light. Kenny, you know all about it, Kenny. I know. Oh, yeah, D-Lo's got the Twitter. Check out the Twitter. We got new Twitters now. I got more stuff on Twitter. If you'd like to join our Telegram and you guys could all share together, I like that the best because we have a group. If you'd like to join our Patreon, we have Zoom meetings. You come on the Zoom meeting. It's great. Links are in the description for everything. Yeah. The Frog Master knows. Tell lies to your vision, yeah. That would be awesome if the Triceratops... There's the Triceratops coming down the block now. Yeah. You know, do you know why, Anne? Because God has given me the authority to trample serpents. Do you remember that one, Anne? That's what you have to embrace, Anne. And you have to write it in the chat. You have to write it down. Write it down. If you have to focus on that right now. Listen, it's a scary time period. They want you in fear, but you have to become self-empowered. That's why this is a self-empowerment channel. Are the lions in the chat right now? You have to become lions right now. We learn about narcissism. You know, there are many videos about narcissism. No hissing, Christopher writes. You ever hear him hiss? Human. Human. I love you guys. Yeah, the lions are here, Jason. You guys are the best. Yeah. So I really love each and every one of you. What are you feeling about this Schumann resonance burst? We had power 70. Are you feeling it? What are your experiences? Write them in the comments. Please share this video link on all platforms with the hashtag Schumann resonance. And people, you know, they're starting to learn about this frequency. I want you to really focus on those tuning forks, because your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. You got to start listening to yourself. Stop going to an external source. God is coming through the DNA. Stop going to external sources. It's all within. The solar flash is an inside job. Did you know that? It's true. So I love you all. Please put a like on this video. Share this video. Leave a comment. All these things help. Click the share button. Share it with a friend. Get it out there. If you're new to the channel, go to the channel page. We have thousands upon thousands of videos waiting for you. This is the best channel on YouTube. It's helping us make it through this time period. We're taking back control of our everyday lives. It's for all people together. Blue Lotus knows it's an inside job. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.